Welcome back to Tammy Talks About. So this is just a continuation. We've got the news that Amber's, third, 47th request to get this trial dropped has been denied. And I saw a couple of things that I found interesting, and I thought we could talk about them. Before we get into this video, though, you know the drill by now. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And of course, as always, feed that pesky algorithm and share this video. And of course, if you're not subscribed here, I'd love to have you join us on this journey. This journey has taken us to Virginia in April to be a part of this trial, where I will be coming to you every day live and letting you know everything that I can possibly find out about the trial. So I hope you'll join us. So there was a thread on Twitter, and of course I always look at the Real Laura B, and thank you, Real Laura B. She is so amazing. But they were talking about, they were questioning, why did Amber go to the Sun? And I really, really loved the answer that Laura gave them. She didn't go to them. They wrote using her TRO claims. Then they got sued, and she refused to be a witness. Demanded Johnny drop the divorce NDA. He refused. I guess NGM made it worth her while to not only testify, but come up with a dozen more unwitnessed claims. And you know, I've wondered that all along about all of, how did her and the Sun of all people, if she is going to go to a newspaper, why was it the Sun? But now I think we might possibly, she did say, yes, they made it worth a while, but that would make a lot of sense. And I there was something that I thought all along, is that they had to be basically in bed together, because this was beneficial not only to the Sun, but to Amber in the UK part. And so, I knew that there was just some nastiness on their part. And so, I just thought that was interesting. I thought it was something that we could talk about quickly. I'm sorry, y'all, my computer's being aggravating as usual. And I am trying, this is from Chris Mania on Twitter, who says Johnny Depp wins the appeal to get the case dismissed on August 18th, 2021. Johnny Depp in the Virginia court case. This is the third time that she has tried to get the case dismissed, and she failed again. This time with a new judge. This time she tried to get it dismissed because he lost the UK trial, thanks to Laura Backoff, which is the Real Laura B, who has been looking at the documents and translating them into understandable English for us. I can show you now what the judges said. Okay, so let's see. This is, wait a minute, let me get to the right. This is not a matter of first impression. It's a matter of state decisis. Based on the abundance of binding case law, holding mutuality is still a requirement in Virginia. And what she says here is, of course, Johnny Depp didn't have a full and fair opportunity to present his case, as Amber was only a witness and not required to participate in discovery. And that's what we talked about yesterday when we talked about her losing this motion. In the UK, he didn't have the same discovery that he has in the Virginia trial with Amber, because she was a witness. He was suing NGN. He was not suing Amber at that point. And so she didn't have to provide the same discovery there that she has to provide here. That's why she's fighting so hard to get this dropped. She knows that once she has to provide everything, which, with what we've got already, she's got enough to be sunk. And then in another part, in attachment 3, from the ruling from yesterday, it says defendant's reply brief includes ruling from UK judge regarding whether defendant should be ordered to make certain third-party disclosures. Well, first it shows that Judge Nichols said disclosures by third party can only be ordered when it will help the applicant or adversely affect one of the other parties. The judge, however, refused Johnny Depp's request for disclosure against Ms. Heard. He did not have a fair trial. And that's what Judge Penny was saying in her answers, that he didn't get a fair trial. She didn't come out and say it, but that's, in these answers, and that's what Chris Mania is doing here. She's taking different parts of the answer, and where Laura B has went in and put it into English for us. That's what she's showing here. And then in another part, defendant's claim of res judicata is especially puzzling. At the time, plaintiff initiated his suit against the Sun. Defendant had not even released her op-ed. Plaintiff's defamation claim in the UK was based on completely different statements than the present case. And what Judge Penny was saying here is AH's claim of res judicata is particularly puzzling since Depp initiated his Sun lawsuit long before AH even wrote her op-ed. None of the statements of the defamation is remotely similar, other than having the same origin, the allegation of abuse. And then in the last part, it says, importantly, the libel laws of Virginia are starkly different from than those of England. The Declaration of Independence and the First Amendment of the United States Constitution represent major departures from the English common law with respect to freedom of speech and freedom of the press. In fact, England's overreaching suppression of free speech during the 18th century drove the United States to relegate the freedom of speech into a solid foundation of civil liberty. To hold that the two countries have similar libel laws is untenable. Not only are the substantive laws of the UK different from Virginia, but so too are the procedural laws. And so what she was saying here is, more importantly, the libel laws / lawsuits are vastly different in the UK and the US. A trial by jury is preferable to any other, and no such right is allowed in the UK. Of course, this means no disrespect to the UK court. And then in her conclusion, she basically says upholding UK libel laws in the US would have a chilling effect. She's saying, essentially said by the US laws, he didn't have a fair trial in the UK, and she didn't have to comply with any discovery request. Johnny was fighting with one arm tied behind his back. Defendant in the UK may be easier to prove, or defamation in the UK may be easier to prove, but not when it involves third party who holds back all the evidence. And that is a statement from the real Laura B. And the funniest thing is that the judge actually referred to something that Judge Nichols said here in the UK, the apology to the court for not recognizing each other. And Chris Mania finishes this with, once again, thank you to Laura, who always deciphers the documents for us and finds the relevant bits. And that's true. Laura B., half of what I sit here and stare at this laptop for and read to you, over half, is from the real Laura B. But and then in the judgment, and Laura B went through and I read part of it to you, but she was able to break it down into easier to understand things. And that's the thing. In this judgment, what Judge Penny said, it's a different trial, different defendants. She didn't have to give the same stuff she's going to have to give here. And you're not getting out of it. Judge Penny was like, I'm sorry, these were two different cases in two different countries on two different things. The only common denominator is you. And you didn't give everything that you know in the UK. You will here, however. And I love it. I love it. I can't wait to see what is coming next. What do you think we're going to hear next? I think this is the video. Not much today. We'll see what comes out new. It's 5:30 in the morning here where I'm at, and I'm about to go to my IRL job, but I wanted to get something out to you before I left. If we get any new news today, I will get a video out to you. But otherwise, wherever you are, I hope you have an amazing day. And until next time, be blessed.